Alright, welcome everyone. You know what time it is. This car has finally arrived down here. It's taken me a few days, given the time of year. Just been a little bit busy, but it's finally arrived. Just beautiful little car, and it's a lot of fun too. So let's get right to it, shall we? Alright, well, the markings are all crisp and clean. Just excellent finish all around. I expected nothing less from Slot.it. If you're brand new to our hobby, welcome aboard. You can do some searches there on Slot.it and you'll find out they have a great reputation, and they've earned it. Now, not everybody is a fan of Slot.it and what they do, and all brands have had issues. There is no perfection. Everybody makes mistakes, but consistently, for me anyway, Slot.it has always delivered a very, very high quality slot car that's just fun, and so is this one. But all the markings, the paint, just I expected it. Cute little sucker, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, there we go. That's the outside. Now we're going to take a look at the inside. Oh, by the way, don't let this label get you all excited, okay? We're good to go on power. As far as scale goes, I think Slot.it's done a pretty good job. Nothing is perfect, of course. We'll throw the numbers up there for you. But I think they've done a fair job. The data sheet that they have here, not so accurate in my opinion. If you take a caliper to the car, it's nowhere near 145 long. It's right around 132. The guide lead, the way they show it measured, from center on axle to the center guidepost, it says 97. No, it's more like 86. It's 97 to the front edge of the blade, so depending on how you want to measure it. The width is like 55.3. I measured it right here at the fenders, at the rear fenders. The rear track is right around 51, so not close to 60 there. And right around 67 grams is what I have it in. But yes, the V12, 928 gearing, and the wheel sizes, all of that is accurate. Like I said, nothing is perfect, but as far as scale accuracy goes, I think they did a pretty good job. Nothing offensive, at least to me. So compare. I see a lot of that with the Revel-Slot version, and I suppose rightfully so. Everyone's really curious. Although to me, I can tell you that the Revel-Slot has always been in a class by itself with this unique aluminum chassis. We just run them all together, and with all the offerings that Revel-Slot has had, I just have no reason to try to fit the Slot.it version in the mix. But that's just me. So I understand people want to just know the differences. So I've got a chart up there, a little spreadsheet for you to look at, but you can tell there's some definite differences here, and numbers are up there so you can judge for yourself. But both cars are nicely done. The Revel-Slot, you can see, is shorter. Just about the same on width though there. Of course there's a weight difference. As far as performance goes, we'll throw them out there on the track, but I just I could tell you right out of the box, on plastic track, the Slot.it is gonna take the lead because, well, if you leave the magnet in place, that is, it's most likely gonna leave the Revel-Slot if you have it. So it's not like you can't add the bar magnet to the Revel-Slot that it comes with. That's up to you. But there's already been that argument. Well, box stock is box stock. Yeah, well, Revel-Slot does include the magnet, so technically it's in the box, right? So then things can get really interesting. I have no idea because I don't have any magnet tracks to do those kind of things on. But there you go. There's your comparison. Like I said, there's the data up there. It's up for you to decide as far as fit and finish goes. Revel Slot's hard to beat, but there's nothing wrong here. I don't really see any issues in the paint here, but there's no issues with any of these Revos. Okay, they both got very high quality parts, so I leave it up to you and your wallet, whatever car you think looks the best. But you can see that size difference there. Hopefully the perspective helps you. We'll throw it out on a track there, do a few lap times, but to me, the Revel Slots are just, with their unique chassis, like I said, they are in a class of themselves, and they have the Alphas and the Opals and the BMWs. I mean, they have so many cars in this series already. So Slot.it just has the one for right now. Hopefully we see some more. Anyway, like I said, the numbers are up there. There you go. There's your comparison. Okay, bench testing complete. It's right at 21K. I tested both directions. It's pretty much zero timing, just 100 or so RPM difference. And this is before break-in time. So, yeah, interesting new label. And that's all it takes to put some folks in panic mode. It's just to do that. I almost wish they didn't, but that's okay. It's a standard Slot.it 21K motor, so breathe. All right, you know what time it is. That's right. It's all about the tires, right? And because of the wheels, we're talking the standard 15 by 8 by 8s. These are just so common. Plenty of aftermarket solutions for you. First up, silicone. Well, there's one brand for me. That's Quick Slicks. Now, I like the 34 size. That's really as close to stock as you can get. And I prefer the extra firm compound, but that's just for our track. For urethane, my man Paul Gage, he makes the best to me. 1912.5 LM. I really like the fitment of this tire. Just a little bit of sanding. You can bring that diameter down just a bit, but that's pretty close to stock. And I like the PG compound. Some folks like the XPG, but this is what works well for our track. And plenty of other brands of rubber tires too. You've got NSR, you've got Sideways, but I'm going to stick with Slot.it on this car. And I have the N22 compound. We can give that a try, or there's also the F22 compound. But I think if I stick with the rubber, which I just might, I think I'm going to throw some of these ends on here, see what happens. Okay, just going to give it its first test run, straight out of the box. All I've done, loosen up the pod, add a little bit of oil. I have no problems with the way this runs right out of the box. And remember, stock tires. No, it doesn't run like the Orica or the LMP cars. It's not supposed to. It's a completely different car. So, comparing it to a modern LMP car, just 0 cents. This is clicking off some good lap times. With the stock rubber. Not bad at all. If I can control it. The 4-2. A little bit better than that. There we go. There's a 4-1. Oh. Well, yeah, leave it to me. Hey, it wasn't me, right? It was the Christmas lights. Distracted. Well, there we go. At the end of the day, I have nothing bad to say about the car. It's a nice slot car, and I'm glad that Slot.it decided to release it. The only problem with it, it's by itself. There's just no denying it. Revel Slot, with their launch of 3 cars at a time and a white kit, and now they've had the Gulf versions of the Datsuns and all the Alphas. Without the Alphas, it's Nemesis. It's great, but it needs to have running mates. One car just doesn't make a series an impact for club racing, home racing, and that's where I think Slot.it needs to step it up, and not just one car at a time anymore, because the new standard, well, it's more than one. Even Carrera released several NASCARs at once, and that's the only thing this needs is the Slot.it brand for the class, cars to go with it. But, well, we're just nitpicking. Otherwise, on the car itself, like I said, no complaints. And, hey, it feels like Christmas around here, right? And I want to say Merry Christmas again to everyone out there. I hope you have a safe and fun holiday. Thank you all for a great year and all the friendship, the fun that we've had. And just remember those that are less fortunate than us. Some folks are going through a really tough time. Please keep them in your thoughts. You know, we complain about small things like tire diameters and mirrors and, oh, it's 1 millimeter off. Let's put things in perspective. There's some folks that going through some really tough challenges, so that's the least of their worries. So keep them in your thoughts, all of our brothers and sisters out there, and we wish you well and hope you have a Merry Christmas. And end of the year, Scotty Awards are coming up. This car is in the hunt, of course, being a brand new mold. We'll get that published here soon. But until then, until I see you guys again, always look forward to your feedback as usual. And again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.